We've come here today as part of a workshop on cyberbullying. We're looking at kind of two aspects of cyberbullying, one from a girl's point of view and the other from a boy's point of view, because we felt they're actually quite different. So we're here today just to show their journeys and how they deal with it and how technology has influenced the route that bullies can take now and how that affects the young person involved.
We've come here to perform for a piece about cyberbullying for this seminar. And it's quite an informative piece, and it kind of explores the emotions and feelings teenagers often go through when they're affected by cyberbullying, which is quite common nowadays.
Well, because when they were younger, they didn't have the same type of technology that we use today, and which is so popular in teenage culture. So I think that it's really important that they know what goes on, because it wasn't like this when they were younger.
I think it's a really big problem, and it's probably the hardest to kind of deal with because obviously adults aren't used to what happens. Yeah, they're not aware of it. But yeah, it's definitely very common.
The change I'd like to see is adults actually just being more aware of the problems that it causes, because I think they underestimate how much worse it can be than even physical bullying, because you can't get away from it, because it's on your phone, it's on your computer, it's something that you use every day, and physical bullying can happen in an instant, whereas this will stay there for longer and is definitely more personal, like the comments people say to you and things like that are definitely more personal.
I suppose that if they're dealing with children and young people who are vulnerable, that actually there's probably more to the story than just one thing. It's probably not just been a few weeks. It might have been a joke that's gone wrong and then escalated. More people have got on board, more people have posted it, there's been pictures, there's been Facebook. Just that young people are under pressure more these days, and that they would understand that young people are coming probably with having experienced a lot of bullying, not just face-to-face at school with, I saw this on Facebook, but they're then going home and dealing with it. So I suppose just to understand the vastness of how one thing can escalate and go wrong and then affect the child's behaviour from that point.
And it's easier to be victimised by it, definitely. It's horrible, it's really horrible. And it's something that I think every teenage girl or boy will go through in their life now. And that's just not fair, and that's something that we want to try and stop.
The adults coming into the workshop will have kind of three different things. The first thing will be kind of what's their version of cyberbullying, how do they affect young people. So they're coming into it thinking, okay, what is cyberbullying, how would it affect young people? So it's their own thoughts. So they're starting the workshop from their point of view, how do they feel about cyberbullying? And then what we'll show them is a short presentation of these two different viewpoints of the girl and the boy, and then they'll see how it affects the young people. They then also get to question the characters in role to see how they felt in the situation, so they can get more information from them than they see in the scene. And then we're going to do a game at the end, which is about kind of what kind of version of bullying do you think is worse, face-to-face or cyberbullying, and we'll kind of have a agree, disagree kind of thing just after, and if their feelings have changed before and after, so that the adults are really seeing where they're coming from, what they think cyberbullying is, they get it presented to them, and then they get an opportunity to see if their views or thoughts have changed on the effects.
Technology is great. Mobile phones are brilliant. You can phone from anywhere to anywhere. You can text anybody at any given time. You can have a best friend in China that you've never met before. The possibilities are endless.
It wasn't meant to be like this.
We were meant to be the best way, the only way.
I can't believe this is happening to us.
I can. People are getting weaker and they don't want to tell people how they feel.
They'd rather say it through screens, mobiles, iPads. Pathetic.
Whatever happened to the satisfaction of watching someone crumble in front of you?
Watching your victim collapse because you told them what you really thought. I miss that. I miss that feeling of power.
I'm Iona. I'm 16 and I'm in my 5th year at high school. I live with my mum and my dad, and my brother's just moved out to go study law in Glasgow. He's always had the best grades and I'm always compared to him. I'm just an average student, I'm not sporty, I'm not academic, and I'm not creative. I'm just a normal girl. I'm nothing special. I'm just average.
I'm just a line of communication, keeping you in touch with your mum, making sure nothing's going wrong,
So it's a good thing.
keeping you close to your friends, keeping you connected to your old friends.
They always have a way of finding me.
Now you've fallen in the trap and you can't get out. Everyone connected to you, they can always get to you, and you wish you could make them stop.
I thought you were there to help.
It's too late now, you can't turn back. You panic when I'm not around. If only you could let me go, but you can't, because I have a hold over you. You're lost without me. You are addicted.
But you're the one that's causing all the problems.
It's not my fault. I'm just a line of communication.
You're all on your own. None of your friends are here to defend you, but there's plenty of them. You can't get away from it. It's all the time, constant, non-stop. It's when you're at school, it's when you're at home, it's when you're walking home from school. It's at dinner time, it's when you go to bed. You can't make it stop and you can't get away from it. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything. I am simply a means of communication. She bought me so that she could know where you are. She bought me so that you could keep in contact. She bought me to make sure you were all right. Oh. Not like that anymore, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another one. That's 6.
I'm Ronan. She's right, it is constant.
7.
It is from when I wake up in the morning to when I go to bed. It is at school.
8.
It is walking home from school. When I'm trying to have my dinner.
9.
They pick up on something that you're self-conscious about and then they mock you for it.
10.
Over and over again until it's too much.
Inbox full.
Hi, I'm Facebook.
My purpose is to connect people from all over the world. So, what's on your mind? Smiley face? Indifferent? Even sad face?
Notification. A party invite. You going to go to this one? Or miss out like last one? Probably.
A friend request? Bet you feel popular?
Status. Does you feel one? Doesn't matter.
You should probably upload those pictures you took the other day and tag that really funny one of that girl.
Notification. Again.
News story. Can you believe that girl's wearing the same dress to 3 parties now?
Message. A link.
Notification. They've posted a lot of pictures of you.
Oh. They posted that. Comment.
Like.
Notification.
Message.
Comment.
Notification.
Like.
Like.
Notification.
Comment.
Comment. Like.
Message.
Notification.
Like.
Comment. Like. Notification.
Message.
Comment. Like.
Like.
Notification.
Notification.
Comment. Like.
Message.
Notification.
Like.
Abuse! Do you know what's happening for tea tonight?
No. Do you?
No.
Well, we can't have anything until your son's back.
Well, the boys better bloody well hurry up.
That's the baby crying.
Now that you're up, you can stick those pizzas in. And while you're at it, you can make me a cuppa. Ta. Need a hand?
No, it's fine.
Good. How was your day at school, son?
Wasn't great.
That's not good.
I mean, if I talk to you about it.
I'm kind of busy right now.
All you're doing is reading the paper.
Exactly.
You could read the paper and talk to me.
Look, son, can you not go talk to your mum about this? She's better with these emotions you teenagers go through.
She's dealing with the baby, isn't she?
She can make time for you.
Well, you can make time for me.
Well, like I said, I'm busy. Let me see what your mom's doing.
I tried talking to Dad. He wasn't interested. It's not that he's a bad dad, he just doesn't deal well with emotions. That's my mum's department, but she's been too busy dealing with the new baby sister. I didn't want to bother her. She just ended up crying and rushing down to the school. That just make it worse. I tried talking to Lewis, that guy that's been tormenting me, but it wouldn't work. I just ended up getting beaten up. Then other people at the school, friends, teachers, they would all find out. Right now, it's just me and him. I can deal with that. Well, I can't. I just don't want other people to find out yet. My friends, they wouldn't understand. They'd probably just think I was being gay or something. Saying, mate, don't get too wound up about this, alright? I mean, nothing's going on, stop being Ben. They wouldn't get it. Thought ignoring it would be better. Mum always used to say, if you've not got anything nice to say, don't say it. And I've stuck to that. It's Lewis's sick jokes. Come on, you little shit, you're too pussy to fight me! And he knows I'm scared, so he just keeps on going. I feel like a complete outsider, always checking over my shoulder to just wait for that one moment where he actually decides to make it public. When he actually decides to say some of the things he says to me out loud. He never does. No, it's always through texting.
You need to get a grip of yourself, mate. Ever wonder why it's you? You're a nobody.
See, part of me wants to make it public. The other part thinks it'd be, just make it worse. It's all day, every day. Every time I hear that beep, that vibration in my pocket, I know what's happening. I get that sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach. It's gonna be him. Who else is it gonna be?
Thump, 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 thump. Bang.
Google,
Favorites.
Facebook, username.
Password. Loading, loading, loading. You have 18 notifications. I can't believe you'd wear that. You're such a slut. You disgust me, you ugly bitch. You're a whore, and everyone knows it.
Get a grip, you're a pathetic little rat.
Why can't you accept that nobody likes you? I don't know, what's wrong?
Been at it again.
What do you mean?
Sending all those messages.
Well, I'm trying to be your friend and everything, but you really shouldn't have worn that dress to that party.
I've done nothing wrong.
You got off with that guy, you've been acting like such a slut. I'm trying to be nice, but you should not have done that.
You're supposed to help me.
Yeah, I'm trying, you're just never listening to me.
Do you know what? Okay, thanks very much.
Common effects of cyberbullying. Loss of interest in anything to do with school. Insomnia.
11 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Sudden withdrawal from the family activities. The child often isolates himself or herself. Hides what he or she is doing online. Loss of appetite. You're a fucking disgrace. Can't even face me. You're pathetic. Respond. Text him back. Go into school and face him. Delete the message. Delete the number. Block the number. Get a new phone. Your inbox is full. Why don't you empty it so it can fill right back up again? Why aren't you doing anything? You are as weak as he says you are. The things didn't get any better. The pressure built up, and so did his inbox. He couldn't face going to school, so he sat alone in the park all day. He tried to speak to his dad about it. He said,
Dad, can I get a new phone?
and he said,
Why the hell would you need a new phone? You and that phone of yours is the least of my problems right now.
and then they said,
Son, we're getting a divorce.
so he said,
Fuck it, I'll get my own one.
but his plan didn't work out very well. He got caught. She said,
Has he done anything like this before?
and they said,
No, nothing.
she said,
Is anything going on at school?
and they said,
No, nothing.
so she said,
Is everything all right at home, or something going on?
and then they said,
No, nothing.
And then she said,
I'm afraid I'm going to have to press charges.
So then they said,
Son, we're so disappointed in you.
his behaviour worsened and worsened. There was nothing better for him to do. The phone was just the start. And it's not like he had anything to lose now.
I hate them. All of them. But I can't help it. It's like a lifeline. It's my connection to the outside world. A painful, hurtful connection. It's an addiction. I could delete it, but why should I? I keep checking it in the hope that maybe they've got bored. Maybe they've moved on to someone else. Not that I would wish it upon anyone else. My friends have even turned against me. In the bid to be loved, to be popular, to be accepted. They haven't even asked how I am. I've not been at school for weeks. My parents think I'm going, but I'm not. Might not be much of a problem soon anyway. I don't plan on letting this get to me for much longer. I'm better than this. I'm better than those who want to belittle me. I just want them to tell me what's wrong. Or wore the wrong dress, spoke to the wrong boy. It's pathetic. Mum knows something's up, but I've told her I'm stressed about exams. It'll buy me some time anyway. In fact, bought me all the time I've needed. It's gone now. All my information's just disappeared. Can't get me now. Made sure of that. But it's not just Facebook that's disappeared. Monday, the 12th of November. I disappeared from the world. Of course, now they notice. Now they care. The news love the story. Love the grieving community. What a joke.
It was such a shock.
She was such a great member of our school community.
I'll never forget her smile.
She had such a nice personality.
She was beautiful.
Really? That's how you all felt. Because you had a funny way of showing it. You just sit there in your world of words. Because that's all you've got now. You can't take back what you've done to me. You had the opportunity. But you didn't take it. Did you?
Ronan ended up in front of the children's panel. For committing a crime, he stole a phone, and for truanting school. All because one boy was sending him abusive messages every single day. Iona took a different approach. She was pushed until she couldn't take it anymore, because the girls in her class were bullying her over Facebook on a daily basis for one mistake she made at a party. How brilliant is technology now?
Between 4% and 38% of children and young people have been bullied in the UK. Girls are twice as likely to experience more bullying.
Abusers rarely receive consequences for their actions, primarily because their victims never tell.
Over 1 million teens experienced cyberbullying last year on Facebook alone.
38% of young people have been affected by cyberbullying.
1 in 13 said they'd been threatened repeatedly, suggesting that as many as 350,000 secondary school pupils have experienced constant cyberbullying.
Among offenders, females are more likely to spread rumours about each other, while males are more likely to post damaging photographs of each other.
10% of children did not tell anyone about the abuse.
Cyberbullying may cause greater effect than face-to-face bullying, because kids can escape the face-to-face bullies when they go home. But cyberbullying can be never-ending and create emotions of inescapable feelings.
The workshop I attended was about cyberbullying. Very, very emotive. Very thought-provoking, really. I thought the kids that did it were absolutely excellent. They drew you in. It made it look very, very real. The effects are absolutely horrendous. I mean, for the children it's happening to, not just children, for anybody it's happening to, it's just unbelievable. It can make strong impressions on them and a lot of negativity as well. It helps us to learn, to pick up more tips. That's what it's basically all about, just to keep us in touch with modern reality, what's happening in the world.
First workshop I attended was the cyberbullying presented by Bill Baxter's drama students. Fantastic workshop. The pupils were fantastic. The message they gave was great. The interaction we had with the young people was fantastic. It gave us all a lot to think about the effect of cyberbullying, the controls that are in place and how they don't actually work. And I think for all us panel members it was a real insight into the invasion that the internet and Facebook can have in a child's life, and I don't think we begin to understand the extent of the effect it can have on a child. From that I will now look more closely at how we interact with children and question harder or seek for them to tell us more about the effect that has on them. I've been a panel member for 20 years and it's one of the best workshops I've ever been involved in, and I think that was down a lot to the young people at Bill Baxter, that it was fantastic and a very strong message.
I think it was a fabulous workshop in as much as it the students themselves presented it so well from their perspective, which often we don't hear about. They had obviously a very good insight into what happened with either mobile phones or Facebook. So it was great to get that real feeling. I think it was a much more beneficial than somebody doing a PowerPoint and telling you this is what happens or that's what happens. That was superb.
For somebody like myself who's been on it for 20 years, children's panels change so much. This is really new, and I hadn't actually thought about, you know, the effect it would have on children, but I understand with the no contact how even parents and other people that are not meant to, how we can't really police this. I mean, we don't know what effect it's having, but it's a really good workshop today. And I mean, I'm not on Facebook myself because my daughter's on it, but I don't want to be on it. But I think, you know, in today's society, we do need to be aware of what is going on for these children. This actual workshop was really good with interaction, and the children in it young adults are really good, and they seem to have a good grasp on what's going on. I mean, it's not false, really. It is pretty much, I would say, down to earth and realistic of what's happening in schools today.